brought the good following. Paintsville Tigers, they did the three-peat of their own, Keith, with Pelfrey, Minix, Couch. They won 3 straight 15th region crowns, as Knott County Central also did in the 14th region. So these teams very deserving of whomever shall be the second champion of the Mountain Classic team.
You know, a lot of people from Paintsville say this team is kind of a mirrored image of that early team. You've got some young guys who are just now gaining some confidence. Could Paintsville be a dynasty for the next 4 years over in the 15th region?
I think you're looking at something like that, Keith, and talking with a lot of the Paintsville people, they tell me that there's a good junior varsity squad that can get things done as well. So I think that Paintsville, a definite opportunity to get 3 going again, perhaps, and who knows, we may be looking at Tigers a couple of more years as champions of this tournament. But if Knott County Central has any say-so, they're looking for the championship as well.
Van Hoos and Richardson in the middle for the tip, and the Tigers control it quickly out of a corner. The Tigers, Brian Lyon will can a three-pointer.
At 33 in the opener versus Clay County, 19 last night. And Keith, terrific shooter.
Well, we're going to have an out of bounds, I believe, wasn't he? He stepped across the line, was number 24, Chad Allen for Knott County. That's the first turnover of the ball game, and the Tigers take it over, leading 3-0.
Working with a 3-man crew this time, Keith, as the official. Charlie Kirk, Ralph Woods, and Keith Morgan handling the duties, and something special in the Mountain Classic, a 3-man crew.
Lyon down on the baseline. He drew a lot of contact, and he is going to be shooting 2. This is going to be a big question for the Knott County Patriots, Jim. How do you combat the size? And many people are wondering. Allen Central owns 2 victories over this Paintsville team. They went out in the opening game of this tournament. They're not here. Knott County just lost to Allen Central on, I think, was it Monday night or Tuesday night?
Right, it was Monday night. Well,
they're wondering, how did Allen Central figure out this Paintsville team, and what must you do to win?
Well, in talking with the Allen Central coaching staff, they mentioned particularly that the guards from Paintsville, Young, had just not been able to hit the outside shot against them. In this tournament, they've been able to do that.
Richardson's tip won't go. Paintsville with the rebound and looking to push it up. Tackett off to the left wing.
Paintsville very quick, Keith, from offense to defense, defense to offense.
J.R. Van Hoos is stripped underneath, and the foul is going to be called on Allen. Reaching in. Paintsville is going to look more like a college team underneath the goal. They'll go about 6'9", 6'7", and about 6'5".
They're big in there, Keith. And that is a problem for David Stamper. Of course, Knott County going primarily man-to-man. And you'll see Paintsville do a lot of the same things Breathitt County did, which is a lot of weak side action picks away from the ball.
Van Hoos, shot is going to go. Good touch, and Paintsville goes up 5-0. Jim, they come with a 1-2-1-1 full court pressure.
Now they want to get this tempo up. Knott Central really wants it a half-court affair.
Beautiful move from Jarvis Williams. You know, Richardson showed us the other night that he passes the ball well to be a big man. Baseline for Ratliff. He steps out of bounds. It'll turn over to Knott County.
Found defensively is Partin, 34, as he cuts off the baseline.
Jeremy Partin down in the baseline, turns and fires it. Steps are going to be called. Right now, both teams are eager to get this thing going, and maybe a little bit too eager.
Ratliff, 6'2" junior, Keith, and there was the freshman Todd Tackett, not bashful about letting it go from behind the arc. And
well, you got a lot of recruiting gurus that tell you things, but my buddy Furlan Pruitt says that Todd Tackett is going to be a good ball player. So forget Bob Gibbons or Dick Vitale. You got to go with Furlan Pruitt.
Quick hands on the part of Paintsville. Quick feet.
Shot won't go by Knott County. Richardson, big rebound, left it short, still tipped around. Partin underneath, and he is fouled.
That's what
Knott County really hitting the board.
That's what they've got to do, Keith, is keep on the offensive glass. Coach Bill Mike Runyon doesn't like the way His team blocked out that particular trip, so he's going to send in a couple of fellas. Looks like Brad Sargent, Josh McKenzie will check in, and Lyon and Ratliff shall check out as Coach Bill Mike Runyon going to kind of get their attention on the glass, I believe.
Partin with a shot underneath won't go, and Paintsville looks to be on the run. They tack it behind the back in the lane, and he is fouled, and it is going to be Chad Allen again. Allen, all of a sudden, has picked up 2 quick personal fouls.
Coach David Stamper talked about the fact that Paintsville wants to run, push the tempo up, and they do a great job of the sideline break there. You saw Van Hoos with the outlet.
Tackett to toss it in. Out in the corner, looking underneath, and it is going to be taken away by Jarvis Williams.
We talked about the way Paintsville and Breathitt County plays defense, but Knott County Central, Keith, really hitting the defensive end.
Jeremy Partin off the glass, no good, and Van Hoos clears it out.
Good job transition defense by Knott County.
Here's Ratliff, shot no good. Tackett tried to tip it up, and it is going to be off of Jarvis Williams. It'll belong to the Tigers. We're going to get a timeout. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining into the first period. A lot of action, but low scoring. Paintsville on top right now, 5-2 over Knott County. Toss it in bounds under their own basket. Van Hoos in the crowd, turns around, no good, and steps are called. Jim, you really like a ball game to where the fans are so into it. When the whistle blows, everything is quiet, waiting on that call.
Well, official Charlie Kirk came with the call.
Here's the pressure, baseline. Richardson, he's got the lay-in. 5-4, Knott County draws it within 1.
Good job by Hall beating the pressure and finding his man Richardson down low for the 2. They've got to get Richardson involved, Keith.
Short jump shot put up by the new man in. That Sargent won't go, and Richardson will clear it away.
And I think Coach David Stamper wanting his team to slow it down a little bit. Looks like they're running the double stacks on the low post.
Beautiful passing by Knott County. Jeremy Partin hits the short jump shot, and Knott County has taken their first lead, 6-5.
Well, we're going in spurts. 5 straight for Paintsville, now 6 straight for Knott.
J.R. Van Hoos at the other end, and that looked too easy for the Tigers.
Well, a good baseline entry feed. Van Hoos keeps the hands up, turns, lays it home.
Barry White with the basketball. He played a big part in that win over Breathitt County. He's in for Chad Allen, who's in foul trouble, and look at Jeremy Partin. Strong move. He just couldn't get it to go. 7-6, Paintsville on the run.
Knott County very cognizant of getting back.
J.R. Van Hoos with a long shot. That was almost a three-pointer.
Well, he's got the kind of touch that can hit that shot. And you got to remember now, Paintsville playing without a couple of their finer players. Lyon and Ratliff been over on the bench for a couple of minutes.
Barry White, it's 3 if it goes, in and out. Partin battling for the rebound. Van Hoos takes it away.
Size got that rebound, Keith.
Sargent, 10-foot jump shot is good. Brad Sargent is one of the few people you'll see for Paintsville that will be under 6 foot. Jarvis Williams down the lane, and it's going to be an offensive charge against Knott County. This ball game, much like the one that you and I had last night, the momentum swinging to either team and doing so quickly.
Paintsville will bring it the length of the court. Head coach Bill Mike Runyon. He's assisted ably by David Van Hoos, Mark Baldwin, Bo Belcher, Bob Van Hoos, and also Charlie Adkins, who is not here. He's on a golfing trip to Myrtle Beach. And, you know, with the snow flying, can't blame Charlie. Of course, you know, Charlie, the coach of the Paintsville Tiger team that won the state baseball championship a few years back.
Brian Lyon back into the ball game, doing a little one-on-one now. Ratliff is also back in. In fact, Paintsville goes with their original 5. Todd Tackett looking underneath. It is off the hands of Lyon, but instead it hits a Knott County player on the way out. It will belong to the Paintsville Tigers.
Yeah, you 22, Todd Hall. Tough defensive player for Coach David Stamper. Assistant coaches for Knott County are Dale Richardson, Jimmy Collins, and Greg Kahn. Both head coaches get some good help, Keith.
Ratliff, good move into the middle. Short shot, no good, and Jarvis Williams brings it away.
You know, right now, Knott County Central able to hold Paintsville to 1 shot and out, Keith.
I'm a little bit surprised about that. Barry White thought about 3, pulls it back. Now it's on the way by Hall, in and out. White tried to save it off of a Paintsville player. Instead, it's off of Knott County. The Tigers get it back.
Neither team found the rhythm yet, Keith. You see maybe just a little anxiousness, and I think both of these teams really want the title.
Jim, do you detect right now that Knott County may be a little bit quicker on the rebounding end?
Looks to be that way.
Todd Tackett, long 3, it's good.
Man, 6'2" freshman had 5 points last night, 16 in a big win over Scott County.
Well, there goes that Ferlin Pruitt kind of preview I told you about. He knew what he was talking about. 12-6. Paintsville Tigers go up by 6.
7-0 run now by Paintsville. This game has been going in spurts.
Knott County working on a double stack against the man-to-man. Williams. Baseline, Richardson turns, puts it up and in.
Used the big body that he has against the freshman, laid it home.
Radloff in the corner, back to Van Hoos, short jump shot, no good. Brought off by Knott County. Williams, free throw line, down the lane, off the glass, no good. It is put back up and in.
It's like Michael Muriel, Keith, with the shot there.
Muriel gets 2 to draw it within 2, and now all of a sudden another turnover by Paintsville, and Knott County will get the ball back. This is kind of odd that you see Coach David Stamper going to the bench so early in this ball game. He only used 6 players in the win over Breathitt County.
Well, I think with the furious pace, you've got to have a bench come in and give you some help here.
Checking into the ball game was Brad Short, number 4, also. Baseline for Barry White. Here's Partin spinning back to Richardson, lays it up and in. Jim, this ball game is tied. It is a 6-point run by Knott County.
Well, Richardson had 17 in the opener, or rather 18 in the opener versus Jackson County. Could scratch only 6 points last night. He's equaled that total already, Keith.
Radloff down on the baseline, shot it hard. It is off the hands of Knott County, however. And Paintsville will get it back 35 seconds. They may choose to go for 1 shot at this situation.
Craig Radloff having some tough shooting luck in this tournament. He's put some big numbers up this year. In particular, one of the games versus Allen Central, he had 30 points. Last night was 16 versus Williamsburg.
Lyon out of the corner.
Oh, yeah.
He is good, and he is fouled. Not very often do you see a 4-point play or the chance for a 4-point play. You're going to now. Lyon, Kansas' second 3-pointer of the ball game. However, Jim, he's 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
Brian Lyon, 33 points versus Clay County in the opener, 19 last night. He also has had some big scoring games, 32 versus Johnson Central, and the foul shot's not dropping, Keith.
As a coach, you ask your player, how can you hit 2 3-pointers in a row and you miss 0 for 3 from the free throw line? He's got good form and good touch.
Not Central now. Got to believe they'll go for the 1 shot. Let's see, Keith.
Knott County, long 3. That one just a little bit high. Lyon looking out in the corner. Tackett had the 3, didn't take it. 2 seconds. Radloff doesn't do it, and the clock will go off. That is something that Bill McRunyon is not going to be happy about. The Paintsville Tigers don't get the shot off at the end of the quarter. 1 complete. Paintsville leads 15-12 over the Patriots of Knott County. His championship of this game, there is truth to it that Kentucky's trying to recruit him to do stats, by the way.
38% shooting for Paintsville, 46 for Knott County, Keith.
Another turnover right now for the Patriots. They'll give it back to the Paintsville Tigers. Bill McRunyon is such a coach that he really wants to be a student of the game and his players that way. You don't get that shot off before the quarter. He had quite a few things to say during that huddle after the first quarter. Lyon has stolen away. Barry White, 1-on-1 all the way down, and he is going to draw the foul.
Did a good job of keeping his body between the man and the ball, and took it down low. Forced the foul as Jimmy Wayne Frazier with the foul.
You know, I knew you'd get your name into the book.
Had to, Keith, and Jim Frazier with the foul. No foul on you here, though.
That's right.
Okay. Little contact.
I gotta ask you, any, Ken?
A little contact. No, sir.
No, sir. All right. Well, he has a three-part name, which means he automatically becomes one of your favorite people.
Without question.
Anybody that has a three-part name. Barry White cans both free throws, who has that famous name of...
Oh, keep on doing it. And he has kept on doing it. Big fourth quarter last night for his team.
1 point lead, 15-14. Ratliff down the lane after a good head fake. 17-14. Craig's first 2 points of the ball game. Paintsville staying with the pressure.
6'8" junior, strong on the inside. They rely on him to do a lot of the dirty work. You see him there. He has the job of trailing the other 34, Partin. Good move.
Jeremy Partin got the bank shot to go.
Keith, Jeremy Partin playing inspired, and his coach David Stanford talking about the senior leadership, his biggest asset. That's what he's bringing to this team.
Ratliff underneath, another strong move.
Great matchup, the two 34s.
Well, all of a sudden, Craig Ratliff coming to life with back-to-back baskets to make it a 19-16 ball game. Paintsville on top by 3.
Of course, Knott County Central, excuse me, Keith.
Here's Richardson off the baseline. He wasn't a big offensive factor in last night's game, but he's proving to be one tonight.
Knott County Central is able to play this up-tempo game. They've, of course, pretty much deliberate under Jim Rose for a few years, but now David Stanford wants to push that ball up a little bit.
McKenzie had it blocked underneath. Here comes Jarvis Williams.
Boy,
Knott County switched up defense that time, Jim, going to a 2-3. Partin in the middle, no good.
Look at this break now, Keith.
Tackett behind the back, had it stripped away. And the foul is going to be on Ratliff. He's going to be called for reaching in. I saw that Coach Stamper looking at that man-to-man. All of a sudden, too many cuts in the middle. He quickly goes to the 2-3 zone. It proved effective.
Saw Paintsville pushing the break up, and of course, David Stanford knew that's what they'd want to do. Good job transition defense, Knott County.
Partin looking into the middle. Back to Jarvis Williams. Baseline. Jump shot is on the way, and good by Hall. Ratliff all the way down for the dunk.
Yeah. Get back.
Craig Ratliff, that is his 6th point, all coming here in the second quarter.
What a game, Keith. What a game.
Partin again off the glass.
6 points for Jeremy Partin. And he gives his team the lead.
Brian Lyon down the middle, up, no good. Van Hoos back up and in. It is back and forth between these two teams.
Furious pace and tough defense being played. This is the kind of pace that Paintsville wants, but not Central able to play at that level.
There's the turnover. It'll belong to Paintsville. It is a 1-point lead for the Tigers. These two teams, Jim, taking it at each other. Coach Stamper really yelling to Richardson, who was calling out a defensive play, as Craig Ratliff went by with that two-hand slam dunk.
That's where we needed instant replay.
Off the baseline, it is Brad Sargent with another two-pointer. It is a 3-point lead. Here's that 1-2-1-1 pressure of Paintsville. White will break it across. Richardson thought about it for 3. Now the big man pulls it up, and it is good.
11 points in the first quarter for Richardson, and his coach told me he has the outside touch, much the same as Carpenter for Breathitt County.
Tied at 25. You have seen just about everything in this opening half of basketball. Ratliff had it blocked. Partin brings away the rebound.
Richardson really fired up.
Hall, baseline. Barry White thought about it for 3. Back to Partin. Richardson, good head fake off the glass. No good. Moore with the rebound, and he's going to be called for traveling. I don't think there's anything that you could add to this ball game. We've had just about everything go on in the first half. I know it's got to be enjoyable to watch. Stay with us. We've got a timeout. We're tied at 25 apiece. Paintsville and Knott County We'll be back in just a moment. 25, Knott County Central 25. This ball game all tied, and it's been a good one, Jim.
Yeah, Knott County Central now with a little bit of full court pressure.
Ratliff again. Beautiful pass from J.R. Van Hoos. You don't see a 6'9" man feed a 6'8" man on the break too often.
Well, some people told me that he is the unsung hero of this team. They felt like Ratliff could really get it done, and having a tough time getting off the schneid in this tournament. He's exploded for 8 points in this second quarter.
McKenzie is going to be whistled for the foul. Knott County will toss it in front of the Paintsville bench.
Exciting moment coming up at halftime as we get to give out the scholarships, and we know the folks won't want to go away and won't want to miss that. Absolutely.
We celebrate athletics along with academics. Partin driving left hand, no good. Moore kept it alive, and he double dribbled. Moore has been in there a couple of, Brad Short has been in there a couple of times getting those rebounds, but he's yet to come up with one to put back in the basket. He's had some bad luck.
Well, he'll have a seat, but he did do a good job on the offensive glass. Now, Paintsville, wondering if they're going to get that fella right there, old number 21, Brian Lyons, some touches behind the arc.
Van Hoos can't hold on to it. Knott County brings it the other way, trailing by 2, 27-25.
He Paintsville man-to-man the whole way, Keith, and looks like Todd Hall did a good job there in creating the contact, drawing the foul.
Trying to take advantage of the man-to-man. Second foul on McKenzie. Todd Tackett will come back into the ball game. McKenzie goes out. Richardson out at 3. I thought he was going to let it fly again, Jim. Here's Partin looking back, had it stolen away. Brian Lyon down the right side, lays it up off the glass. Van Hoos got the rebound, back up and in.
Aggressive on the glass. And Keith, not many freshmen with that kind of presence of mind to follow the shot like that.
Jarvis Williams off the glass, no good. Richardson with the rebound, back up and in. Richardson has a total of 11 points in the ball game, double figures already in the first half. Ratliff looking back to Van Hoos now. Knott County has switched up, Jim. They've gone back to their man-to-man.
They're trying to post up, line down low.
Jarvis Williams at about 6'1", and Lyon at about 6'4", 6'5", takes advantage of it for the 2 points.
8 points for Brian Lyon. His team with the 4-point lead. What a first half by Richardson, Keith.
Partin, good move. Didn't get the basket, but he got the foul. Jeremy Partin right now is using every tool he has available. Every head fake, every piece of body that he can put on Van Hoos. Anything he can do to get the shot off and draw the contact.
Jeremy Partin,
It's one of those type of things. Paintsville with the big size on the inside. And Keith, you can't abandon going at those fellas. And that's what Partin has been doing a good job.
Partin's
got to go at them.
He cans the first. He'll have one more. 2-shot foul. Second one good. 2 of 2.
Keith, when I talked with Bill Mike Runyon about this game, he talked about the fact that the Paintsville Tigers don't really change something that they do for an opponent. They're concerned with doing the things that they want to do, concerned with their own game. And he talked about making the extra pass to find the open man.
Shot by Ratliff, no good. Van Hoos with the rebound, and he is going to draw the foul from Muriel. J.R. Van Hoos has worked the offensive board well in this first half. He'll be at the free throw line shooting 2. Paintsville leads by 2. And the first one good.
It's his 9th point at 25 versus Clay County, 16 versus Williamsburg. 6'9" freshman.
For so many years they called this the Clay County tournament and Coach Bobby Keith's tournament. They're not going to be here tonight. Bobby Keith, of course, retiring from basketball. Quite a legend. in not only Eastern Kentucky, but the state of Kentucky. We wish him the best in his retirement. Richardson with another 2. He's got 13. Van Hoos, short jump shot, no good. Muriel with the rebound.
And Coach David Stamper signals out play number 3. You perhaps saw him in the background there. Looks like they'll maybe do some double stacks on the low post. Run a little 1-4 action. They want Richardson.
Off the glass. David Richardson has gone unconscious. 17 points. He is just hitting everything he's putting up.
Well, his coach told me he knows what to do with it down low. We're finding out.
Todd Tackett, another 3-pointer.
Great game. Great high school basketball game. These teams want the championship, Keith.
36-33. That is 6 points in the ball game for Tackett on 2 3-pointers.
Why not try to get Richardson another touch?
He seems to be the man with the hot hand. Jarvis Williams got it started with the first 2 points of the game for Knott County, but since really hasn't seen much of the basketball. Richardson had it tipped away. Tackett on the break. 1 man to beat. He pulls it up off the dribble. Got it.
What composure by the freshman. 8 points and good overplay by Ratliff to get it started.
Jarvis Williams didn't get the shot, but he is going to get the blocking foul against Ratliff. Craig Ratliff will pick up his 2nd foul, and that comes with 5 seconds left in this first half of play. So Williams is going to have a chance to cut into that 5-point lead. However, Paintsville will get the ball with 5 seconds left.
And that is enough time. Boy, you see the Paintsville faithful there. They love it. Been standing the whole way.
Williams stands the first free throw.
It's his 3rd point. Kind of like that. The Paintsville, part of the Paintsville cheering section, cheering the whole way. Keith, standing.
I didn't exactly see what happened.
Not sure if he's
a lane violation. Obviously against Knott County, so Jarvis Williams doesn't shoot the 2nd one. Brian Lund puts up a 3-pointer that is good. My, oh my, just across half court. He had another 2.5 seconds left on the clock. He shot it early.
Man, Keith, don't go away. What a second half we're going to have for the folks.
At the half, Paintsville on top right now, 41-34. They lead the Patriots of Knott County. We'll be back right after these messages. Management, Ernestine Cornett, Jim Boggs, all the help that's been here to put this tournament on. They've done a superb job this year.
Sure I have. And Keith, that time Craig Ratliff got lonesome inside. And 22, Todd Hall, good help defense, knocks it away.
Jarvis Williams started the game by scoring. He tries to start the second half doing that. Won't go for him. Here's a pass deflected by Paintsville. It belonged to Knott County. And the other official says the other way, and boy.
That was a good call, and that's why we got the 3-man crew here. How about it? 3 guys, Charlie Kirk, Ralph Woods, Keith Morgan, and that time it was knocked out of bounds by Knott County Central. They correct the call.
Patriots back in their man-to-man. They'll bring Hall and Allen back at guards now, along with Partin, Jarvis Williams, Richardson, the big 3 men.
Paintsville cutting guys in and out. Williams and Lyon are trying to post up Lyon on Williams. Don't know.
Ratliff. Top of the key. Head fake. Looking back. J.R. Van Hoos now. Brian Lyon, 15-footer. No good. And Allen is going to bring it away for the Patriots of Knott County.
Said Allen has done a good job at the point for Knott Central.
Partin back to Allen. He lets it fly for 3. It is short. Richardson can't get it. Tackett steals it away. Having trouble picking it up. Finally to Brian Lyon. Off the glass. Too hard. So far, the Knott County guards have grabbed every rebound here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, David Stamper told me that with Allen coming in playing point, it lets Hall sort of back off, play the 2 guard, his natural position, Keith. Right. He tried to play the point for him last year. Did the best he could, but he's naturally in the 2 position. McKenzie will get into the ball game as Craig Ratliff will take a seat. Jimmy picks up his 3rd personal foul.
It is Jeremy Partin, who is so smart inside the lane, using his body, going to the little half hook shot, drawing the body contact.
Jeremy Partin had 24 points last night, 30 against Jackson County, and he hits for his 9th point. Knott County Central beat Jackson County in the first round 90-84. In the second round, it was 62-55 over Breathitt County. A couple of close games so far for Knott Central.
Here's Paintsville on the break. Lyon all the way down, and he lays it in.
Boy, he looks really good in the open court, doesn't he, Keith?
Both teams going with a 1-2-1-1 full court pressure right now. 2-on-1 break now. Hall underneath Richardson. Van Hoos got the block, but he is going to be called for the foul on the rebound. Richardson proving to be a wide body underneath the basket. He got the first shot blocked, but he stayed with it to pick up the foul from Van Hoos.
J.R. Van Hoos, just a freshman. And Keith, they called the foul that time against Williams.
Well, Jim, I'm sorry, I missed that one. It sure looked like all the contact was between Richardson and Van Hoos, and evidently the other way, and Knott County sees Paintsville put on another 2 to make it 45-36. Hall clears it away for the Patriots.
Knott Central needing a good look here.
Jarvis Williams down to Richardson. Had it blocked again, this time by McKenzie. And Richardson is going to be called for the foul. And now all of a sudden, the Knott County faithful here at home letting the officiating hear about it.
Well, how about the report from our Keith Farmer and John Lewis? Keith Farmer said that Bill Mike Runyon specifically said we've got to get some weak side help. And what a great job Josh McKenzie does as he comes over from the weak side. That time Van Hoos was fronting. McKenzie with a good block off the weak side.
Lyon had it blocked. Van Hoos puts it back up and in. It is an 11-point lead. I don't think you'll see it grow much more before Coach David Stamper will call for a time. Williams off to Partin into the middle. They break the 10 count. Knott County has been just attacked by Paintsville in this third quarter.
Thought the first couple of minutes of this third quarter would be indicative.
Underneath it is Jeremy Partin. He has all 4 points in the third quarter for the Patriots.
Needed to get him a touch, Keith.
47-38, back to a 9-point lead. Lyon baseline to Van Hoos. Van Hoos, good head fake. The freshman J.R. Van Hoos will bring the blue of Paintsville to their feet.
Oh, what a move.
That was a drop step and a dunk.
Oh, great move.
Hall all the way down. He got the lay-in.
I think Todd Hall's senior leadership realized his team needed a bucket, took it to the hole for 2.
Back and forth they go. Van Hoos underneath it is Lyon with the left hand.
Nice job of using the body to shield the defender, left-handed for 2.
Here's Jarvis Williams looking baseline to Richardson. He pops it up from 18, no good, and Van Hoos will take the rebound. Knott County seems to be a little bit in a hurry right now, Jim.
Well, Richardson hit a couple of those in the first half.
McKenzie underneath the Van Hoos with a turnaround hook. That is a 13-point lead for Paintsville. And we're going to have a reach-in foul committed against Brian Lyon. We'll get a timeout. It has been a blitz by the Tigers of Paintsville. They jump on top 53-40 with 3:48 to go in the third. We'll be back in a moment. Third period, Jim. Paintsville just exploding to a 13-point lead.
And Keith, they get things done with good bench help as well as the starting 5. You know, they're doing this with Ratliff on the bench.
Jarvis Williams, 10-footer, no good. Partin with the rebound, back up, and he draws the foul from J.R. Van Hoos. Knott County needed something to give them some kind of momentum and get the fans back
They
up.
got the good look by Jarvis Williams. They wanted to get him more involved in the offense. The shot didn't drop, but Partin, yeoman's work on the inside. Looking to complete a 3-point play.
Partin's free throw is good. Paintsville really switching it up. They moved to a 1-3-1 defense. It's been giving Knott County some fits. McKenzie underneath. Lyon puts it up on the reverse. He's got it. They are really taking advantage of the one-on-one situation of Jarvis Williams and Brian Lyon.
Lyon with 17 points.
Williams. They're looking for Richardson. He has it against Van Hoos. Another 2 points. David Richardson really playing strong in this ball game.
Well, after the timeout, Knott Central reacquaints the team with the inside play as they go inside to Partin and Richardson.
Lyon again, missed it, got it back, put it back up and in again.
8 points for him in the quarter, 19 in the game.
I don't know that the Patriots will be able to stay with that man-to-man situation. Jeremy Partin, coast to coast with the finger roll.
17 points for Partin.
Lyon in traffic, got it. Brian Lyon has scored the last 6 in a row. It's 59-47.
Knott Central with no answer for Lyon at the moment, Keith.
Partin in traffic. Looking for a 3. Allen, it is high off the glass. Partin with the rebound off the glass, and he is fouled.
Boy, he is getting it done despite giving away 3-4 inches to the taller Paintsville Tigers. Partin just will not be denied on the glass.
It just looks as if, though, the Patriots are going to have to give up and go to a zone to stop that one-on-one move by Brian Lyon. Partin again from the free throw line. He has been consistent in this tournament. 18 points on the night, looking to make it 19. Excellent free throw shooter as he cans them both. It is back to a 10-point ball game. Knott County will stay with their man-to-man. Paintsville spreading it out. Van Hoos way out into the corner. He's trying to draw Richardson out to dump it down to Lyon.
You know, Keith, they may be in kind of a matchup type of zone, or not sure.
Looks like they're really sticking with the sagging man-to-man, Jim. Van Hoos off the baseline, blocked by Richardson, puts it back up and in.
Like the way the freshman stays after it. Keeps the hands high.
There's a kick ball in backcourt. It'll turn over to the Patriots again.
You know, Keith, Clay County, the champions of our tournament, 7 years running from the 13th region. We're going to have a champion from another region this year. Knott County Central in the 14th region, the 55th district. Paintsville from the 15th region, the 57th district.
A couple of substitutions in for Paintsville now. Partin working down, puts up a high archer, and he is going to draw the foul. Well, that is the one man that you don't want to keep fouling is Jeremy Partin, because so far tonight he is 7 of 7 from the free throw line.
Yeah, Knott Central as a team shooting 100% from the line, and boy, as a coach, you love to see that in each of their games. Has there ever
been a game that's happened? Completed the entire game? 100%? I'm sure there has been. They shoot low free throws, but as many as the Patriots have shot tonight. You know, I mentioned to you the other night that Coach Stamper had 42 points. In that game, he hit something like 22 of 27 from the free throw line, which set a record.
So you were just fouling the heck out of the game.
I'm a hatchet man. You know that. I will hack you. Paintsville, short jump shot, no good, and Knott County brings away the rebound. Sargent couldn't get it to go. Barry White, good head fake, back to Richardson. He's got it from 10.
Richardson with 21 points, but I like the way he had the soft touch on the catch there, Keith.
Todd Tackett with some beautiful moves, and he got the short jump shot.
10 points for the freshman, and you know, you hear a lot about J.R. Van Hoos as a freshman, but don't forget about this kid, Todd Tackett. You're going to hear a lot about him.
And there's Brian Lyon with the defense. The Patriots having a little trouble with some shorter guards in backcourt, throwing over that pressure of Brian Lyon and Rattler.
They are, but to their credit, Keith, they haven't really turned it over against that press, and I guarantee you it is an effective press.
Jeremy Partin will draw the foul from Brian Lyon, and you just have to compliment his game tonight, Jim. Anytime you give him an angle to the basket, he's been able to get his head and shoulders by you, make the move, and draw the foul.
Surely has. Matt Ratliff will check back in for Paintsville, and Brian Lyon will have a seat. Senior will get a little rest here at the end of the third quarter. Paintsville defeated the Clay County Tigers in the first round, 90-76. Really wasn't that close in the second half as they pushed their lead up to about 19, close for a one half. Second round, they beat Williamsburg by 10.
Partin has missed his first free throw. He hit 10 out of 11. It is a 9-point game, 35 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 63-54, Paintsville on top. They will look for a last shot of the quarter. Jim Frazier is back into the ball game. Here's McKenzie, baseline, and Richardson blocked it. Barry White comes away with it. Throws it past the Paintsville player. It is going to be Knott County's ball.
Well, I think maybe David Stamper might have bought that one, Keith. Not sure that a Paintsville player touched it, but
it looked as if, though, we had one case where two officials disagreed. I thought we were going to have two disagree again on that.
Big possession for Knott Central here. They trail by 9. Can they hit one to cut it down to 7? Let's see.
Allen baseline. Richardson lays it up, and he gets the foul, but he didn't get the basket. Had that one gone down, Jim, this gymnasium would have been up on its feet, at least from this side.
David Richardson, 21 points for the 6'7" junior. Only 6 points last night as Breathitt County did the defensive job on Big Day.
I got to be honest with you. I think, and not to discredit the defensive job that Breathitt did on them, but I think Richardson has just been more active tonight. He's looked for the ball more.
I agree with you, Keith.
He seems really fired up in this game. He cans both free throws. It is down to an 8-point lead. We have a ball game on our hands. Paintsville will get the last shot. Todd Tackett, baseline, running one-hander, no good. Partin will throw it the length of the floor, no good. After 3 quarters complete, it is Paintsville holding on to a 63-56 lead. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter right after these commercial messages.
Now, Taco Bell brings you all your supreme favorites for free.
Sour cream. I want to top your taco, can't you see?
And who could forget
My tomato.
Elsewhere, you'd pay hundreds of dollars for sour cream and tomatoes. But at Taco Bell, they're free when you buy an original 59-cent.
Along the score to you, Cumberland College has defeated Pikeville College tonight, 72-66. That game at Pikeville. Right now, it's 63-56. Paintsville on top of Knott County. Partin baseline.
Another finger roll. Keith, the defense went down low with Richardson. They got it on the high post to Partin, and Richardson had the way cleared for him. Partin lays it home.
Back into the ball game. Ratliff, his shot will not go, and Richardson brings it away.
Keith, off the TV timeout, a great job by David Stamper getting his team composed.
Partin, no good, and he is going to commit the foul, reaching in on Van Hoos, but you've got to love the effort by Jeremy Partin. Paintsville had all but blown this game out to a 13-point lead, Jim. All of a sudden, the Patriots have clawed their way back into it.
Well, if that one drops, look out. This place explodes. You know, during the break there, we had the Knott Central people behind us standing and cheering, while the school song went across the way, the Paintsville folks standing and cheering. It's going to be a terrific fourth quarter. Glad you could join us.
Van Hoos thought about it from 3, didn't take it. Starting 5, back in for the Paintsville Tigers. Craig Ratliff wide open, didn't go. Put it back up and in. That's one of those that Craig is going to take a sigh of relief on the way back down the floor, that he got the rebound and put it back. Partin all the way down the lane, laid it up, no good. He had to move, the shot wouldn't go, and here come the Tigers. Lyon down the lane, it is going to be offensive. You gotta love it when the crowd gets into it. Both sides on their feet, letting their emotions flow in this ball game, Jim, and why not? It's been one of the best championships we've had.
Official Keith Morgan with the call. Ralph Woods came over, sort of with a little bit of a slap with Bill Mike Runyon. Tremendous sportsmanship, Keith, being displayed by all the team's coaches. A terrific tournament.
Long three-pointer, no good. Van Hoos with a good block out.
Van Hoos and Ratliff doing a good job down low.
Ratliff tried to save it in to tack it, couldn't do it. It'll turn over to the Patriots. At this point in time, every call for the next 6 minutes and 30 seconds is going to be questioned by these fans.
7-point spread here now, Keith. Partin gone a little cold. Somebody else is going to have to take some slack.
Jarvis Williams. That is only his 5th point of the ball game. He scored the first 2. He really has been shut out in this ball game.
Look how quickly Paintsville is back on you, though, Keith.
That is another turnover against the Tigers. It is going to belong to Knott County.
Knott Central, you see the fans getting into it. Give me that megaphone, he says, but they haven't really turned the ball over with this full court pressure with Paintsville. They've been able to break it, come down and get a good look. Got to get someone else another touch besides Partin, though.
Allen thought about it from 3, and that head fake is going to cause him a walk. I'd like to say a big hello to one of my buddies, Jim Skaggs, down at Lomansville, just outside of Paintsville. He talked about this tournament. I think he and his family were here last night. Glad to have them with us. Hope he's watching tonight also. Big Sandy Heating and Cooling, the sponsor of the tournament, and glad to have them. Jim, a nice guy.
Let's see now, Keith.
Van Hoos out of the corner. His shot won't go, and Partin brings it away. Richardson. A little step fake, puts it up and in. David Richardson makes it a 3-point lead.
25 points for Richardson, and what a battle. Richardson and Van Hoos, also Partin and Ratliff battling on the inside while the front men get their things done.
And that is going to be a foul against Jeremy Partin. Going for the steal.
Do these fans want it? Do these players want it?
This is the great thing about the tournament. You raise all the money for academics, and then you really showcase the mountain athletics of Eastern Kentucky. It is such a privilege to be here and be live on WYMT and showcase the talent of the mountains. Lyon down the lane, and he's going to draw the foul from Jarvis Williams.
You know, this man-to-man defense that Knott County Central playing, creating these terrific matchups, but you saw Lyon try and take Williams there. And Williams had to hold on a little.
Lyon for 3. If it goes, no good. Rebound brought off by Barry White. And it is re-stolen by Paintsville. Tackett gets away from the defense and lays it up. Todd Tackett with 12 points in the game. It is a 5-point lead. And now the foul in backcourt is going to be whistled against Brian Lyon of Paintsville. Both of these coaches are working the officials. Both sides of the gymnasium, as far as the fans are working it, it has turned out to be a terrific championship. We'll take a timeout. Paintsville on top right now, 67-62 over Knott County. We're coming right back in just a moment. Over the limit of fouls right now, so Jarvis Williams will step to the free throw line with a 1+. Trying to cut into that 5-point lead of the Paintsville Tigers, and it is no good. J.R. Van Hoos with the rebound. Free throws are going to be important for the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds, not to say they're not the entire game. Paintsville with their original 5. Knott County, Barry White is in off the bench, and there is Craig Ratliff in the middle of the lane for another 2. Knott County with a 3-on-1 break. Richardson can't control it. Still on the floor, and Paintsville will steal it away. Jim, that has to be a big factor. Tigers save it in bounds, and Ratliff will hold it up.
Well, on the break, a lot of times they say don't give it to the big guy, but of course Richardson was open, Partin gave him the pass, just couldn't come up with it.
There's a strong move by Brian Lyon. He gets the 2 and the foul. Paintsville going back to what works for them, and that is Brian Lyon on an isolation of man-to-man.
So quick. Able to beat you off the dribble or with the outside J. Williams' 4th foul, Keith.
Lyon will be at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. Nothing but net. It is back to a 10-point ball game. It had been cut to 3. Allen breaking the pressure, looking to Richardson, and it is kicked. It'll stay Knott County's ball.
Ted Allen with a good job breaking this pressure, and he's been able to get the ball in the hands of the fellas in a position to score.
Allen looking for 3, and he is fouled on the shot. That is going to be 3 free throws. Mike Ratliff is called as the guilty party, and you know, Coach Bill Mike Partin is going to talk to him at this point in time. You don't want to foul on the 3-pointer.
Well, Ratliff actually got a piece of the ball as he went sailing through.
Of course, Mike Ratliff was going to tell you I didn't foul him. All players say that, Jim.
Why not?
Patriots 0 for 2 from their last free throw attempts. They were shooting 100% of the time. Since we brought that stat out, they've missed the last 3. Finally, the streak is broken.
Well, you got to figure Knott Central will use some type of press of their own on the full court.
2 out of 3 for Allen. Back to an 8-point game, and we have 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. This championship is Paintsville's to hang on to at this point.
Well, let's see. Will they spread the floor a little?
They're working on the man-to-man right now. Back door to Lyon. He can't control it. Finally gets it back. Looking into the middle. Ratliff underneath to Tackett. And he is out of bounds. Whoa, they're going to call the foul on Barry White.
Ratliff with a tough pass, Keith, and Tackett did a good job just trying to get his hands on it there. And the foul.
And it is going to be the bonus situation. Knott County now over the limit, Jim. So from this point on, each team will be shooting the 1+.
Todd Tackett, a 6'2 freshman, had 3 points versus Clay County, 5 versus Williamsburg. And
saved his best game for the championship.
No question.
Well, he missed the free throw, and now Brian Lyon has committed the foul over the back of Jeremy Partin.
Free throws all important now. Jeremy Partin will stride to the line.
And this is going to be a big factor. Brian Lyon is just fouled out of the ball game.
Terrific effort. Got him with 24 points unofficially. And he will go around to his teammates.
There was a point in time of this ball game that Brian Lyon simply took it upon his shoulders and dominated this game. Beautiful effort by Brian Lyon. 24 points in the ball game. He goes to the bench with his 5th foul. His team leads by 8. But this guy has had quite a ball game also. Jeremy Partin. Back at the line, and he cans the first one. Still a lot of time left in this ball game. 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Eternity left. You know, I thought I see Coach Stanford. Looks like maybe they might try a triangle and 2 set up here on the defense. Let's see what happens, Steve.
Missed the free throw. Partin can't get it. Jarvis Williams. Back to Partin. It's going to be for 3 if it goes. No good. And the foul is going to be against Richardson, pushing off from behind.
Oh, well, Partin had the good look from behind the arc. It just wouldn't drop. And Richardson commits his 3rd foul. And now we'll have freshman J.R. Vandus with his try at the line. We've got him with 18 in the game, Keith.
You know, the great thing about this atmosphere of this ball game, Jim, the live cameras here on television, the crowd that's going back and forth, this can only help you for a regional tournament drive or a trip to the Sweet 16.
Well, of course, Paintsville will be playing in the All-A Classic next week, so that will be what they'll be looking for.
Van Hoos stolen away. Ratliff with the putback.
Big trip there.
It is back to a 10-point lead. The Tigers right now have stepped it up defensively.
Of course, Keith, we might mention that the defending champion of this tournament, automatic bye for next year. They automatically get to come back.
Jim, we're going to watch the official. The foul is going to be on J.R. Van Hoos. Richardson made the basket. See if he counts it or waves it off. No, he's going to wave it off. It is going to be the 1+. You know, another thing to mention, both of these coaches have been to the Sweet 16. It's not very often that you get a championship game that involves two coaches that have been to the big dance.
25 points for David Richardson. 26 would be big.
Knott County really working against the clock right now, and a Paintsville team that is determined. 9-point lead, and Richardson trying to cut into it. There's only 2:54 left. No one has left the gym tonight, and it's not because there's snow outside. Second shot, no good. And we have...
There's going to be a foul, and I think this one will go.
No, I think it's going to be a lane violation.
Guess so, Keith.
No foul. Van Hoos, they say, was in the lane early. So Richardson will get a third attempt on this, just like the NBA.
Why not?
3 to make 2. Second one is good. It's an 8-point lead. Full court press, 1-2-1-1 by Paintsville. Tackett looks to get it across. Ratliff doing the wise thing, pulls it back out. Here's Sargent off the baseline. It is good.
Brad Sargent with 6 points. Had 4 last night.
And now a foul and backboard by Sargent. You know, as a coach, I don't know how you get across to your players that you want tenacious defense, but don't commit the fouls at this point. I'm sure that's what Coach Bill Mike Runyon's trying to do. Play tough defense, but don't put them on the free throw line.
Right. They don't want, if you're a Paintsville Tiger fan, you don't want Knott County scoring some points while the clock is stopped.
Free throw on the way and good by Allen. It is back to a 9-point ball game. Paintsville has led as many as 13 at one time. Knott County has cut it back to 3. Now it is an 8-point lead once again. Mike Ratliff working down 2-on-1. Craig Ratliff, good head fake, laid it up and in. 16 points for Craig Ratliff. Nice feed by Matt Ratliff. There's Jarvis Williams, another 3-on-1, down to Richardson, and he gets the layup. David Richardson with 29 points in the game. Good spacing here by Paintsville. Beat the press easily. Craig Ratliff in and out, no good, and Jarvis, oh, pardon me. I thought it was going to be on Jarvis Williams. Looks like it's going to be on Richardson. It is going to be against Knott County. It is going to be on Todd Hall. I called everybody on the floor, Jim, except the right man. That happens sometimes. Take over when I'm doing that, will you? J.R. Van Hoos looking for point 20, Keith. Van Hoos with his 20th in the ball game, and remember, he and Tackett only freshmen. That gives you a nice prospect for the next 4 years, doesn't it? Make it 21. It's back to a 10-point lead. Coach Bill Mike Runyon calling off the full court pressure. We're down to 2 minutes to play. Jarvis Williams in the lane. One-hander is good. Big bucket by Williams. Tackett had it bounced away, and now he is fouled in backcourt. It was hard to see the call. The Knott County bench in faithful standing, and somewhere in there Charlie Kirk made the call. You could tell automatically what it was because they didn't agree with him. And Jarvis Williams will come out of the ball game. Keith, we're inside 2 minutes of one of the best tournaments we've ever had. I think so. What a terrific championship game. Todd Tackett nets his 13th point of the ball game. Well, he saved his best game of the tournament for the right time, didn't he? The championship. The foul shot looked textbook, Keith. Good rotation on the ball, deep knee bend.
2 swishes.
Barry White is into the game. Feeds it underneath to Partin. Look at the finger roll from Jeremy Partin.
Boy, I like that kid. He can play.
It is back to an 8-point lead. Paintsville on the break. Craig Ratliff baseline. How in the world Sargent got it up and in, I don't know.
8 points for Brad Sargent off the bench.
Partin, and he is fouled by Ratliff. You know, Jeremy Partin has just been so impressive throughout this entire tournament with his consistency.
He has left-handed finger rolls, right-handed hook shots, hitting them from deep. Terrific foul shooter. His team trails by 10 with 1:23 to play.
Well, to say it's going to be an uphill climb is an understatement at this point, even though for some reason, Jim, when you have a 10-point spread in a game, a lot of times you think it's over. In this one, it has never felt that way, has it?
No way. And I think if they could somehow create a steal, maybe hit the quick 3, you're looking at a 5-point spread with about a minute to play.
Give credit to the Paintsville Tigers. They have done everything right against this pressure. Sargent pulls it up from 10. How big has been the play of Brad Sargent off the bench? He now has 10 points in the ball game, double figures. Partin, baseline over Van Hoos, no good. Richardson can't get it. Partin back up, and he got the foul.
Boy, Keith, he used his body. He jumped into the man, jumped into Van Hoos, created the foul, laid it home.
He has 29 as I have it in the ball game. Tell me if I'm right. He'll look to hit 30.
I think he's got 31, but I'm not sure.
I'll go with your figure, Jim. Make it 32. You're right, I didn't see the other 2 points. 32 points for Jeremy Partin. He has just had an MVP-type performance in this ball game. It is a 7-point lead. Back they come with the 1-2-1-1 full court pressure.
Knott Central needing a steal here.
Well, they didn't get the steal, but they are going to foul quickly. With only 1 minute and 4 seconds left, the Patriots basically at this point reduced to fouling.
How about Brad Sargent, a 6-foot senior, comes off the bench. You mentioned he's got 10 points. 6 of those coming in this 4th quarter.
We'll get a timeout with 1:04 remaining. It is 87-80. One of the most exciting championship ball games we've had in a long time. Seems like any time the Patriots have been in the championship, it's been exciting. Unfortunately, they've been on the losing end in most of those, all 3 of them. Here they are again against a young Paintsville team. And the other night on an interview, Bill Mike Runyon said, wonderful opportunity for the kids to get on television, get some exposure, have a tournament-type action feel to this. And here they are about to pull off their first championship of the WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic. You know the Paintsville faithful at home and those that are here tonight got to feel good.
They do. You see that guy right there? He's not conceding a thing. He knows if Brad Sargent doesn't connect, his team can come down, convert a bucket. It's a 5-point spread. If they hit a 3, it's 4. So I'm sure he's going over with them right now. We're down by 7 and going over the 3-point possibilities. Let's remember, they do have a solid inside game, so they may choose to go inside, try to create the foul for their 3-point opportunity. Interesting decision by Bill Mike Runyon. He took the timeout himself, even though his senior, 32, Brad Sargent, will be at the line. Guy coming off the bench, and that's what they talked about. The Paintsville Tiger coaching staff mentioned that they have an excellent bench. You know, the bench can come in. We don't miss a tick.
Brad Sargent at the line for the 1+. He's in double figures. Every basket he has made, Jim, has been a big one. He can't get the free throw. Richardson clears it out. Knott County looking to run it. Barry White for 3.
And they get the timeout, Keith. What a bucket. What a game. What a game. They love it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know Barry White is in there to hit that 3-pointer. He pulled it up on the break. A 3-on-1. Let it fly, and we are down to a 4-point ball game with 56 seconds left.
Well, we said just a moment ago that David Stamper had not conceded a thing. He was going over in the huddle with his team, They got the miss that they wanted. They ran the kind of break that they needed behind the arc with Barry White, and keep on doing it, baby. He drains another one. Big fourth quarters for Barry White in each of his tournament games.
You know, after this one is over, you got to believe that these two coaches are going to say, this was a lot of fun.
Tremendous shooting percentages in the second half. Paintsville shooting 69%. Knott County shooting 62.
Paintsville will toss it in under the basket. Pressure is back on into Todd Tackett. Ratliff had a breakaway man, didn't see him, and he is going to be fouled at half court.
And now, using the timeouts, using the fouls, David Stanford trying to milk this clock, make this last couple of minutes last for an eternity.
Montana in basketball.
You know, he sort of looks like Joe Montana. He's right in front of us here. But just a nice move, in particular the last trip down. Todd Hall fouled 32 Brad Sargent, really with only a couple of ticks of the clock elapsing. Then this last trip here, Partin had a couple of fouls to give. That's his fourth foul. And they get Ratliff at the line. Ratliff with 16 points, looking for 17.
Craig Ratliff makes good on his 17th to push it out to a 5-point game.
You know, one thing about these teams, they both seem to shoot the foul shots so well.
Yes, they do.
They get great rotation, good knee bend. They all look like they're going in.
Second shot won't go. Richardson with the rebound.
They don't really need the three, Keith.
Up to Partin, looking. Allen for three, partially blocked, and Van Hoos brings it away. That a big defensive play for Paintsville, and now the foul in backcourt. Well, the Patriots might have rushed that one a little bit, Jim.
Well, I'm sure Coach Stanford had sort of gone over the things in the huddle a couple of minutes ago, and perhaps they were going to play the last minute shooting nothing but threes. I'm not sure. But trailing by 5 there, a 2-point bucket gets you within 3.
Absolutely.
But they may have decided, because they do shoot behind the arc so very well, that we're going to play for 3s instead of 2s the last minute of play.
Well, one thing we've got to say, from the beginning, everyone agreed that this would be the most competitive tournament in the 8-year history of it, and one of the more talented. Here we are in the championship game. I just commend all 8 teams that participated. It's been a wonderful tournament, and these two teams have put on a show tonight here in the championship.
And Keith, while we've got this moment, let's run down the scholarship winners once again from the 13th region. It was Amy Broughton from Knox Central, Rebecca Blanton, Rockcastle County, Melinda Edwards, Cumberland, and Alicia Smith, Clay County. From the 14th region, it was Anderson Rowland, Lee County, Pamela Sloan, Knott County, Bethany Hurley, Del Combs, and Rebecca Gibson, Letcher County. From the 15th region, it was Lowell Shepherd, Allen Central, Misty Pence, Magoffin County, Gregory King, Belfry, and Michelle Anderson, Shelby Valley. And we want to congratulate those folks, because without them, we wouldn't be doing this.
Absolutely. Athletics and academics, that's what the tournament's all about. We thank our corporate sponsor, Wayne Supply, and everyone that's been a part of this tournament. Mike Ratliff trying to put some nails in the coffin, and there goes one. 89-83. It is out to a 6-point lead.
Had 12 points last night, 5 against Clay County. That's his first scratch here tonight.
Matt back at the free throw line again. Second shot, no good. Paintsville has gone 1 of 2 the last 2 trips down the floor.
6-point spread. We still got a chance. He's open.
Out in the corner, Barry White. 3 is good. You remember, correct me if my memory goes back. Remember Byron Ambergy?
Sure.
Did we do a ball game with Knott County where Byron Ambergy just kept pulling them somewhere out of his pocket and keeping the ball game close? And now we're seeing that all over again, and this time it is Barry White. He is off the bench, and what was the great song Barry White had? You just can't get enough.
What a great fourth quarter. And Paintsville now, Coach Bill Mike Runyon going over some things with his squad. We've got to stay composed, and I've got to, once again, Keith, commend these coaches and their staffs for keeping their teams, their fans, everybody's focused, and what terrific sportsmanship we've seen displayed. And it's one of those things, the effort that these kids putting out, making our tournament better and better.
It can't get much better than this one. 89-86, Paintsville to bring it the length of the floor. Looking for the inbounds, and it is Sargent, the open man. Down floor to Craig Ratliff, but he is fouled at half court.
I think Williams committed his 5th foul there.
Well, it was a smart play for Jarvis Williams because Craig Ratliff was going to have a wide open angle to the basket. Knott County did the good thing. They tried to get the steal. They really didn't have to foul immediately. When they didn't get it, Jarvis Williams commits the foul. It's his 5th. He'll leave the ball game. He was held a little bit in check tonight offensively with 9 points, but an all-around good effort for him.
We have seen these teams battle, Keith. The end of the first quarter, Paintsville held a 3-point lead, 15-12. Into the half, 41-34 Paintsville. 3 frames found at 63-56 Paintsville. In truth, they've really kind of been dealing the cards, had the advantage for most of this game. Knott Central with a rush late.
Sargent hung on the rim and fell in for him.
7 points in the 4th frame, 11 in the game for the 6-foot senior.
Everybody holding their breath. I hope you're enjoying it at home. Second shot on the way. 2 of 2. It is back to a 5-point game.
Hey, Keith, let's find Barry White here. You got to believe Paintsville's going to have to come at him.
I think they'll defense him on the way down. Here is Allen. Pardon me, Todd Hall got it in. Sargent trying to get away from the defense. Van Hoos is fouled. Top of the key. It is Short who commits the foul. You know, give credit to Todd Hall. All the attention that time on Barry White, and he drove quickly for a 2-point lay-in, basically uncontested.
Now, Keith, with the 3 points, Fred, how big are the foul shots to come from the freshman J.R. Van Hoos? 6'9", 21 points in the game. Let's watch.
Jim, he never even thought about it. Beautiful form, and J.R. Van Hoos not shooting like a freshman at this point in time. He cans the first one.
Well, his principal, Mark Murray, told me he is a class kid.
2 of 2. It's back to 5. Only 12 seconds remaining. Jeremy Partin at half court. Pulls it up. It is 4-3 if it goes. No good. Van Hoos with the rebound. He is fouled with 5 seconds left. And that is just about going to do it as the Paintsville faithful will rise to their feet. At this point, Jim, it looks like you can say the Tigers have fought off Knott County to win this 8th annual championship.
What a battle. What a finish.
It all got started for them this same way in a regional tournament when they beat the Pikeville Panthers to make 3 trips to the state. Maybe this is the same thing. There's the buzzer. The final score, 93-88. The Paintsville Tigers are the new champions of the 8th annual WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic. We'll be right back to Hyman after this timeout. Well, it is a happy sight for the Paintsville Tigers. They are new champions of the WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic. You said Tigers for 7 years with Clay County. Here we are again with the name Tigers going to be on the trophy. This time it's Paintsville. Jim, what a wonderful tournament, but what an exciting championship game. I don't think it could have been any better.
It was an exciting finish, and I loved the way that some of the Paintsville fans came out and they mobbed Brad Sargent, the senior, the 6-foot senior, unheralded, scores 8 points in the 4th quarter, 12 in the game. And Brad Sargent, maybe not the biggest guy in the ballpark, but got a funny feeling that he is #1 in the heart of the Paintsville Tigers right now.
You're absolutely right about that. And for the Knott County Patriots, Jim, they have put on such a battle in this tournament. Just a wonderful performance tonight. Barry White off the bench. The big man, Richardson, in the middle. So good tonight. And Jeremy Partin, we can't say enough. But right now it is the Paintsville Tigers who will claim the championship trophy. We're going to have the presentations of trophies. We'll have the first place and the traveling trophy, the second place, third place, and more. It's all coming up. We'll do that when we return to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex here in Hyman after. Welcome back to Hindman, Kentucky. It is Paintsville 93, Knott County 88 right now. That is the final score. The Paintsville Tigers are champions of the 8th annual WYMT Mountain Classic. We're just about ready for the presentation of trophies. And, Jim, as always, we have a beautiful selection here to hand out.
Yes, it is outstanding, Keith. And just a moment, Todd Richards will be ready to go and take charge of this trophy presentation.
Now we're trying to pick up Todd Richards right now on the floor. Unfortunately, Jim, we're having a little technical difficulty in getting a floor mic to work. We apologize for that. They're in the middle right now of the trophy presentations, and now we find something out. Evidently, Bill Mike Runyon must be having a birthday, huh? You think?
I guess so. And a happy birthday to Coach Runyon.
Evidently, it is a happy birthday presentation. You have some final stats you can run down real quick for us.
Sure thing. Let's see, Keith. Maybe we can go ahead and go on over to Todd Richards. He's ready to do the trophy presentations. Todd?
What a finish to an outstanding ball game. The Paintsville club played as well as a club possibly could down the stretch. They won it in every way that they had to. They played the important defense, the big rebounds. You can see those arms of J.R. Van Hughes just going up there for the huge boards. How about Sargent? He comes in the game in the clutch after the foul out by Brian Lyon, and Mr. Sargent played big, made all the big plays. Take nothing away from Knott Central. They played huge in this game. They hit all their free throws. They just met a team that was nearly unconscious tonight, and this our 8th WYMT Mountain Classic. All 7 previous classics had been won by Clay County. Not this one. It's Paintsville. Back to you guys.
Well, the final score, 93-88. They'll start handing out the hardware now on the floor, and a lot to be presented, Jim. And if you've got some final stats, we'll give to the people right now on this ball game.
Well, I think the number one stat to give away, field goal percentage, 62% for Paintsville. They hit 32 of 52, while Knott County Central shoots 60%, 27 of 45. Three-point goals, Paintsville with 56%, 5 of 9. Knott County Central, 3 of 14 for 21%. 10 turnovers for Paintsville, 14 for Knott Central. Free throw shooting percentage, outstanding for Knott Central as they hit 86%.
Central Patriots for being the runner-up in the championship game. Thank you. Congratulations.
Well, they're announcing right now the final score, and we'll go to
Tommy Hall for our trophy presentations.
We don't place enough emphasis on it, but it's a very important trophy. And that trophy is won by a fine Williamsburg High School team. Williamsburg High School is the winner of the sportsmanship trophy. This trophy is presented by Mr. John Lewis, the station manager of WYMT. He wished, he said, we got it somewhere, John. That's cheerleading, that's cheerleading. They're going, I'll take it close. Okay. All right. Congratulations. The cheerleading trophies will be presented by the second place. Cheerleading trophy will be presented by Mr. Johnny Lamaster. Second place goes to Paintsville High School. The first place cheerleading trophy will be presented by Mr. Todd Richards. And Todd, look out. Come get it, MC Napier. MC Napier High School. Presenting the third place trophy to the Breathitt County Bobcats will be Mr. Jim Boggs. Breathitt County, would you come and receive your trophy, please?
Is that it, Thomas?
Presenting the runner-up trophy will be Mr. John Broom. Knott County Central, come and receive your runner-up trophy. As I call your name off, Knott County Central, the individual players, would you come and get your individual trophies, and these will be presented by the committee members. Over there. Todd Hall. Chad Allen. David Richardson. Jeremy Partin. Jarvis Williams. Barry White. Brad Short. Michael Merrill. Ryan Catron. Joey Cottle. Jeremy Sloan. Justin Ambergy. Darrell Tackett. Jeremy Mullins. Zach Sandlin. Josh Portwood. And Coach David Stamper. Yeah, and now for the 1995 champions, the Paintsville Tigers. Congratulations. The first place trophy will be presented by Mrs. Ernestine Cornett and Arlen Pruitt. Miss Cornett is the station manager. Mr. Pruitt is representing Wayne Supply. Come and get it, Paintsville High School.
Congratulations to the Paintsville Tigers. They are the 8th annual champions of the WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic. We apologize, Jim, to Bill Mike Runyon. Unable to get him on an interview. We will be talking with him throughout next week, I'm sure of that. A great tournament, Jim.
It was a great tournament, Keith, and we're looking forward to being back right here next year for the 9th annual WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic. It's been a great one, Keith, and good job, big guy.
You don't want to miss it next year. 93-88, the final score. Paintsville, our champions. On behalf of everyone from WYMT and Wayne Supply and Jim Frazier, I'm Keith Casebolt. Good night, everyone.